Hi everybody, here I am. It's Deanne Fitzpatrick at Deanne Fitzpatrick Studio, and welcome to our live today it is January 28th. Welcome. Just waiting for everyone to join me, and I can hear upstairs, I think they're vacuuming upstairs. So we have Ignacio and Pamela and 6 other people are watching. Thank you for coming out today. Nina Siemens here, Deborah Macklin, and Wendy. Hi there. Hi, Glenda. Welcome. Glenda Meldrum's here. And I'm just moving around over here. You see the twigs from when I was doing the tiny landscapes back there. Scylla is from Cozy Concerts in the Stamford in the UK. And Nan Becker says she's glad to be here. Maureen, hello Maureen from Brockville. And Juliette from, no, it doesn't say from where. Lorna Vogel's here. Laura Craig Sheets. Barb Morrow from Oklahoma. And we got Joe Leedy Ritterwick. And Tina Hubbard. Oh, this is great. We got a big crowd out. That's great. Patricia's coming in now with some, we've got, Angela's just putting a new product on the website for us. We cleaned our bins the other day. Patricia, if I turn this video around, do you want to show them what we got? They're not quite on the website yet, but we'll show them to you after too when everybody gets here.
And actually, I'll weigh them to give you an idea of how many grams are in it too.
Yeah, there's quite a few pounds, eh? Yeah, they're just bags of scraps, and we're just cleaning them. We're just cleaning them out.
Beautiful gold color here.
Yeah, that was an old coat that I tore up, I think. It's washed and dried. Everything is in, it's ready to use. So we're just cleaning out. Patricia bagged them up the other day and said, somebody should be making something with these. So I'm going to walk around here a little bit and I'll show you. Angela is right now working to put those on the website. Are you, Angela?
I am.
You are? Yay! Oh, Juliet said she's loving the harbor, Angela. Juliet Hood. Oh, that's good. We love doing the harbor. We're going to put up 3 new videos for February, I think. And we've got lots of stuff going on. What are you working on, Patricia?
I was going to try to get around you without interrupting.
Oh, that's okay. What are you working on?
I'm making kits. Right now I'm making a hit and miss cross kit.
Oh, okay, great.
Colorful little 6x6.
Yeah.
Starter kit, beginner kit. Lovely if anyone wants to try something a little different.
Yeah.
Straight lines and all of that.
Yeah.
And earlier I did, well, the next one's going to be the Poppies of the Edge of Town, which is a very popular kit.
It is.
It's lovely, it's fun too. Very colorful, very scenic kind of houses and oceans and mountains, which is a nice little color combination.
Yeah.
Jeepers, everything. I did earlier the meow.
Oh, did you do meow today? Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
The meows and sunflower, the one and only. I'm working on that one next too.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's all great.
Oh, good.
I'm a kit gal.
What are you working on at home? What are you hooking anything?
I'm doing a big crazy one.
Oh.
I started with Deanne's help to pick out some colors for a little abstract one that's kind of like a hit and miss that went a little funky on me.
Mm-hmm. All those circles.
All the circles and squares, and there's a lot of lines. It's about 6 feet long and about 2.5 feet wide. I'm about a third of the way done, very excited, but I went very bright.
Oh.
And probably a little bit brighter than I anticipated. So I'm trying to drown it out with a little bit of white.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of turquoise and blues and very kind of almost beachy feel to it.
Oh,
so
good.
We got a little bit of tan, so it's kind of sand.
Great.
A lot of the white to sea foam.
Yeah.
Some rich dark blues as well, just to kind of bring out that turquoise navy kind of shade of, how the waves work.
Oh.
So you get all kinds of tones.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Well, that's good.
I'm surprised as far as I am into it.
Yeah.
I'd say about a third of that big
You got a
rug.
third done? That's big rug.
Yeah,
Yeah.
big rug,
It's
yeah.
a real big rug. You're going to have to bring it in and show us.
Oh, we'll do, yeah.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
husband's very patient, which is lovely. He kind of says, go do your hooking thing, whatever you do. He's
Yeah.
knitting, actually. He's kind of confused with the whole thing. You're off doing your thing. It's lovely. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
That's good. Well, bring it in. Bring it in some Thursday when you're working, and then we'll show everybody.
Okay, well, let me get a little further ahead in it.
Yep.
Because right now I'm hooking a little tight, so it's curling up of me. So
Okay.
that's the point where I can kind of steam it flat.
Got to loosen it up a little bit.
Loosen it up.
Okay.
Yeah. But definitely I'll bring it in once I get closer to the end.
Sounds good.
All right, thanks.
This is
Yeah,
what.
your hair.
That's okay. You're not in my hair. These are just some wools that we have in stock right now. And Angela, just going to go over here and show you too. Just beautiful colors. Angela's almost done and she's going to take it over. And then I'm going to show you a few things today. I'm going to get out my magazine, just a little studio tour here. Going to get out my little book. These are the bags of scraps right here. And Angela's putting those on right now. And we only have 5. So, what'd you say, Ange? 4. Ange said we only have 4. So, I am going to work today on, I've been working on this rug for quite a while, and today you're going to see me decide what colors are going in here. And I think they're going to be shades of green. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about hooking background. And what else am I doing today, Angela? Let me get my book. I'm going to pass it over to you. Always. Okay. So one of the questions we had today was, do you have to unroll your, like if I'm not working on this, I'm going to leave it for a while, do I need to unroll it? I have never done that. So sometimes people, if they're working on a hoop, will take the project off the hoop because they're a little bit worried about how that'll make a dent in the rug. But I find that when you steam your rug, it usually comes right back to life. We were going to show you the summer sari collection today. We just got some new saris in, but it's up on the website, but I don't have it here to show you because I'm not sure. We have so much sari out there, I wasn't sure which one was which. The one thing I do want to show you today is I want to talk about hooking with sweaters. So my husband, as some of you know, has a men's clothing store, and so we end up having like the arms of sweaters, and just sometimes I have some of his beautiful wool sweaters, and I stick to wool, but you could be Angora. And what you want to do is you want to cut away the seams, okay? So I always just take the sweater and I just cut away the seams. If it wasn't a sweater, I would rip it apart, but sweaters, they don't rip that well. Now, once you have the seams cut away, I want to show you 2 things. This ribbed edge, that you can just cut that across, or people always say, which way do I cut it? Do I cut it across or lengthways? It doesn't matter, but they'll both give you a different texture. So I'm just cutting that up like that. Now I'm just going to cut the rest of the rib off and just, now this sweater here, you can cut it across if you want. You can roll it and cut it across, will be fine. Or you can cut it, I often just fold it lengthways. That's more likely the way that I would cut it. I try it both ways and I decide which way I like best, because the thing is it will give you a slightly different texture and it might hook a little bit differently. So I'm just going to hook on this area here, just so you can see. But okay, let's hook this sweater here, this part of the sweater. Now this is the ribbed part, and the ribbed part's going to be kind of fray. So that gives you one texture. You may like it or you may not. Now, here is the sweater cut the lengthways. This is not the rib. And I like this better. Not to say that I don't use this, I sometimes do. Now let's cut it across and see what it looks like when we cut it across and if there's any difference. Most times there is not really much difference. It doesn't make any difference. The thing I find about cutting it across, I'm just going to show you this. When I cut it across, see that it pulls apart really easy. When you cut it lengthways, it does a bit, but not quite as much, okay? So here it is pulled apart, and now let's hook it this is the piece that I cut crossways. So you can see that crossways, when I cut it across, the edges are more frayed, okay? So cutting it lengthwise for this sweater seems to work much better. So let's do a lengthwise one. And see, when I cut it lengthwise, it seems to curl in on itself, and I don't have these raw edges. So, is one better than the other? I don't really think one is better than the other, but I definitely prefer one to the other, and I prefer this one. Though I do like this one here, that is kind of, I do like hooking the ribbed the ribbed areas, like where it's knit and purl, knit and purl, knit and purl. Just gotta go down there. So that's hooking with sweaters. A lot of times it's lengthways that seems to work better, but that is not the only way. It doesn't always work that way, okay? So it takes a little bit of experimenting. What you do is you want to wash your sweater and you want to dry it. I often dry mine in the dryer if they don't shrink up too much, or you could just put them in the dryer for a few minutes, and you want to wash and dry them, and you want to cut them apart at the seams. And I'm going to pull these out right now because this is not what I want to hook, but I'm going to save even these. Well, that's pretty hard to save right there. That one too. It's pretty. They're well used. So I'm going to pop those aside. But what I did cut up here, I'm going to save, and I'm going to put in my scrap bin. This doesn't seem very important, this pile of scraps, but to me this is a very important bin because I like in every rug to use like one bit of this or one bit of that. So I'm just going to pull out a few things for the background in here now. And if you've ever taken a course with me or a video with me, you'll notice that I often go to this bin to find just a touch of this or a touch of that, because I think the idea of having only one little bit of this or one little bit of that in a rug can make a rug really interesting. Just like in a painting, and sometimes in a painting you'll see, there's just that little bit of blue there over in the corner, like here's a great piece of sari, that's going to be great in that background. So I think that whenever you're finished a project, whatever you can't, I always take you can see how I store my wool over here. So I always take, if I have a lot left over of something, I always take it and gather it together and put it in, that might be coming back out, put it in the color bin. So I like to store them by color. And we'll talk a lot more about that in color school, about storing wool and organizing wool, because it is really important, creating palettes. I'm about halfway through color school. So I'm thinking maybe March or April, we'll announce it and put it out there. Is that a good time for you guys, or would you rather wait till like September? I don't know. What are people saying about that, Angela? Like, when would you like to do color school? It's going to be a big course. It's a lot. I've got I'm just going to check, but I bet I have on color school. I'm going to go. I bet I have home videos. In color school, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21 videos already. And I'm just about halfway there. So I've got a lot left to teach. I haven't even done the dyeing component yet. Anybody saying anything, Angela? When they'd like to do color school? I'm going to bring this green in here for these.
I think I'd like to do color school.
Yeah?
Yeah, I really do. It looks like an awesome course.
It is. It's going to be like immersion, color immersion. Can everybody hear Lorna vacuuming down the basement, I wonder?
Is she still vacuuming?
I don't know what she's doing down there, but I came in this morning and she cleaned my office, which never happens. It's like, I couldn't believe it.
I came in and she was dancing around vacuuming.
Oh, yeah. And we all had Chinese food today at lunch. We had a nice day. We just finished all the kits. We've just finished all the kits for the online winter course. So no one's saying anything about color school if they're interested, or not a word. Okay. Well, I'm working on it. I'm on it. So right now I'm hooking this green in here, and I think these falling leaves are all going to be kind of this soft green. And then I want to show you how I'm just going to integrate the little tiny pieces. So what we're going to do today is we're going to move my frame along. We're going to roll the frame. So there's my green. Before I do that, I need to So I think all of these are kind of, should all these be the one color, Ange? I don't know, I think so.
It's very pretty.
It's very pretty, isn't it? And so that's also in there, right? Now, I've been working on this for quite a while, this rug. So I'm just going to go down here. So I just found this one bit of curly locks. I'm going to cut it in two. I'm going to double it. And I'm just going to add that in. And so this will be the only spot where that color is, you know, wherever I put it here. And so do I balance it and save some for later? No, I'm just going to have like one little area right here where there's a little bit of that. And that's it. So save all your tiny bits of color. It's important. And where's that piece of sari that fell down there? I don't know. I'm going to use that wrapped sari again because I'm really liking that. I like the texture that it gives. So you can see I've been working. My antlers are all done, and I've been working hard on my background. Probably I didn't work on this every day this week because I was busy creating the alternate rug. So for the online winter course. So that rug is now made, and I've put 7 extra videos in this winter online course. 8. Was there 8? 8 extra videos where you can see the rug. So let's move this along now. I'm going to take all my beiges, and then I'm going to introduce you to a new wool that we brought in to the studio. It's called Sulka. Okay, I'll put these over in the recycling bin. Paper. Okay, let's see. So what I do sometimes with my Shedicamp frame, rather than move it a whole thing, I'll move it. Oh, you know what I'm going to do before I do that? Just so I can get an extra inch along. I'm just going to hook a little bit of these. So I'm just going to slide that around. Because if I hook these two, you see, if I hook these two in the green, then I can roll my frame a little further, and I can probably even get to the end. How's everybody doing out there? Let's ask a question. Let's think about, I want to talk about Wild with Wool and Kathy's challenge on Wild with Wool. And Kathy has asked that you go on there and you post a portrait of yourself with one of your rugs. And I think she's trying to get 50 people to do that. So are you going to be one of the 50 people and make Kathy? Kathy is the person who works here on Saturdays. We have 3 women who work here on Saturdays, and Kathy is one of them. And she's going to retire soon and come to work with us a little more. But she kind of helps us look after Wild with Wool and wants to get people engaged and posting on there. And Wild with Wool is our group. It's kind of like our Facebook group where we chat about, and people can post their rugs. That's really what it's for, is for people to post any rugs that they make, either works in progress or work they've made. And she posted this week that she'd just like to see people's pictures. All right. So what do you guys think of the green in this rug? This is all very natural, isn't it? It's so natural. I love this. This thicket yarn with its little black tweedy spots.
I'm not seeing any comments. I'm seeing that people are watching, so I'm wondering if we have a setting that's not correct.
If we have a setting, are people trying to comment and can't? Well, that would be odd. That's not a comment today.
I can see a lot of people are watching. It shows me that, but I don't see any comments.
You can't see any comments. Maybe we'll go over and see on the computer in a second and see what's going on there. Okay, so there's my green. So now I can, because I've hooked that little bit, you know, if I had to leave that empty, then I could only roll it. If I had to leave these unhooked, I could only roll it 4 inches or 3 inches. Now that I've hooked these, I can roll it another 5 inches. And Lorna has shut off the vacuum. I don't think I've ever ran a vacuum for 20 minutes. And it shows in her house and my house. Okay, so here's our rug, right? And we have this. Oh, I forgot about that. Whoa, she's a beauty. Okay, I forgot about that black there, and then there's the green. So So I might want to introduce this back up here. I might want to do that. I'm going to pull that out, get that color out, and I think I might want to use that to outline. Where is that green? I'm going to put the light on there for you guys. You see that better? Anyone noticing the difference with that light? I'm going to pull out that cloth. Okay. So, how much more do we, this is a big rug. This is one big rug. I thought we were going to get to, so I have these big tree fronds down here, and I think I'm going to outline those in that dark green there. And I don't know what I'm going to hook it in, but it's probably going to be some sort of dark green. So this is like another design component. I missed the comments. So we did something wrong today?
I think
People
so.
Can't comment because I missed the interaction with you guys. Chatting, it's always so fun when Angie tells me what you're saying. So here we go. I've got that beige in there. And just gonna hand, let's see if I have any of this cut over here already. I do too, great. Just want to bring a little bit in. So, not enough. You can always hand cut. So I'm kind of want to get the effect of tree branches here, not just, yeah, I want kind of like movement in these. There we go. So,
She must be vacuuming the whole building.
I don't know. She's really having a good time down there. She really does love to clean though. Like she just takes it very seriously. Okay. What about you? Are you like a big house cleaner?
No.
No.
I would never have Lorna over to my house.
No. She's
No.
like, yeah, you feel like, oh gosh. Oh, I forgot to pull my, oh gosh. Got it. The pulling it on the sides is really important because makes it tight. You want your rug tight on all four sides. So that's what I'm going to do there. I'm pretty sure about that color, and then, but I'm not sure about the color I'm putting inside there. So we'll have to figure about that. I'll have to decide that sometime this week, and we'll work through that. I want to go over and check on you guys and see why you can't comment with us. And then I want to show you the Sulka yarn. So let's see. Are you commenting and are we missing your conversation? I hope not. Let's see. Here we are, Deanne Fitzpatrick Studio.
I should clarify that I do clean. My house is not dirty.
Yes.
But my philosophy is the more you clean, then the more you have to clean.
There's 459 comments. Thanks for talking to us. I don't know why it's not showing up,
here.
but I'll go on. Usually after I go on and I read these, so what I'll do is I'll go on and have a little look at them. I'll go on and have a little look at them, and then I can't answer all of them, and I know you understand why. But I did post today. I did post a couple of things earlier today, so I'll go on but I want to show you these. This is Sulka yarn. This is a new yarn that we have in the studio. So We've brought it in before, but we've never brought in all the colors. And it is a 60% wool, 20% alpaca, and 20% silk. So all the materials in this are gorgeous. I'm probably going to use some of this color in this over here. I think I'm a little worried about these shapes. I don't know. I want them to be antler-like, you know, like sort of between antlers and trees. But like, look at the colors that we have. But the thing is that there are 26 colors for you to choose from in this yarn. So let's hook it and see what it looks like, okay? Now, I could take that and use it. I don't know, I feel like that's not really dark enough for there. Maybe I'll use some of this for some of these. What do you think, Ange? You think that would work?
Yeah, it's beautiful color.
Well, we're just really confused. It's not good when you can't see the comments because we can't really communicate. It's not as much fun. I like chatting with you guys back and forth. Okay, so let's see what Sulka looks like. So Sulka, it's a pretty thick yarn, so I don't think I need to double it. I want to get it down there. But what I really like about it is that it's so soft. Look at it. And the 20% silk gives it a really nice sheen. So I think it's really good that, now I feel really good that I chose this for here because it gives a different sheen. And sheen is really important when you're hooking rugs. It's very, very important to have different sheens of wool. And of course, the sheen depends on where the wool or the silk comes from, right? The sheen, like even certain wools have different sheens, all wool. But the sheen on this is definitely coming from the silk. It has a shine. Look at that. Now we put a special light on. We bought a special studio light so that we could shine it on our rugs when we're making them and when I'm hooking for you. And I hope that it makes it brighter and better to see. So I'm going to give you a little tip now. You've been hooking for a little while. Give your hands a little shake out. Get up, make a cup of tea. You know, if you've been sitting here for this 20 minutes, get up, keep your body in good shape. Like get up, make a cup of tea, move around, have you know, shake out your hands a little bit. Just move, you know. Physical, looking after yourself physically is a really huge part of hooking and staying at it. Okay. There we go. Look at that.
Beautiful.
That is beautiful. And I'm glad. I don't think we want them all the same. I think I do want some that are different. But I'm also thinking that that may also work in here with an even deeper color. Like, so instead of thinking of these as just this color, what have I thought of them as mixed with a nice deep color? There we go. So see how the Sulka shines next to our studio dyed? It does it, you know, it really does it. They do each other justice. Okay. And that's about it for this week. That's our new wool that we have in the studio. We have Sulka, and we'll figure out about the comments next week because, you know, we like to chat with you and hear from you and talk back to you. And I'll have a look at the comments afterwards. And if you want one of those 5 bags or 4 bags, you better grab them. I think that's going to be too light. I'm going to have to add more dark. I need one more dark color. I still have a little slub left over. We're waiting for our slub to come in from the company we ordered from, and it'll be in soon, I think. So we'll be restocking slub towards the end of January, we were told, but now we are already at the end of January. We still have some texture packs left if you want a texture pack for this year's online course. Do you like that brown in there? I don't think I do. No. Gotta go. You're not staying, sorry.
So the wool scraps are under supplies on the website?
Yeah, they're under
On
supplies,
sale?
and the very bottom, there's a little great big studio sale sign. Yeah. At the very, oh, that's better. Yeah, I like that much better. Okay, so this is going to be, these are going to be kind of dark green, antlery shaped trees. And we're going to go from there with a little bit of that sulka in there just to highlight things. And I'm still working on the moose. That's what I'm doing. Tell us what you're working on. And thanks for joining us today. You're a real big part of our studio life here. So thank you very much. See ya.